So I'm very excited because I want to talk about something.
Please.
I want to talk about how parents learn from children.
Very true.
Yeah, we're always talking about what we teach our kids, and we're so focused on us as parents. But I want to talk about with you, what have we learned from our children?
Let's start with you.
Okay. To begin with, I learned to be chill. I think I was very uptight. I was very uptight before. And by uptight, I mean, things have to be just so done on time, very, very, matronly about following schedules and things being kept perfectly in the house. And I think after the child came along, even when he was really small, I realized it's humanly not possible to,
Be perfect at everything.
Exactly.
It takes a toll on you.
So learn to let go a little bit. And as this young man has grown, I'm truly learning so much from him. He's intelligent, he's smart, he knows when he needs to put in an effort, when he needs to just take a step back, take life easy, enjoy things that are around him. He's very much in the moment, in the present. He's not thinking about what's happened before and what's going to happen. Sometimes that scares me because there's exams around the corner and he's chilling out. But it's a great learning for me. Yeah, learning to just be present to what's happening now, to take a chill pill, as they say, and things will still get done, without us getting so hyper about it.
I think I was watching something where they said that you don't need to put in so much of effort. And I've also learned a lot from my children to let go.
Yeah.
Because they still get the work done. I'll be like, now. And my elder son would be like, chill, mom, I will do it. And that chill used to irritate me before, but now I've become chill. I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, and what you were saying is less is more.
Yes.
Yeah, so we can take less stress and get a lot more done. We can, fix ourselves less targets in terms of, I don't need to think I have 600 things to do in my daily list and then be so worked up about it. Pick the one or two tasks that I can complete right now and go about doing that, right?
So have it in your mind. That's why I have this to-do list.
Even on training programs, I see a lot of parents, they'll mute themselves, they'll be yelling, and then this little face pops up over there who'll just,
fix it. I also think it's such a beautiful relationship it nurtures too when there's a mutual respect.
Yeah.
And there is a mutual, I think as a mother, initially I used to find it difficult to draw a line. You're a son. Cross the boundary when I'm ready for it. You have to understand that I'm working right now. You can't cross the boundaries.
Yeah.
I'm not always available for you.
Yeah, I have to set those same ground rules even with my
But
boy.
once they're set, I think it just nurtures into such a beautiful relationship because they are your support system. They understand you. They know where you're coming from, and you're not spending so much time with anybody else other than your family and your children.
And it's a two-way street then.
Absolutely.
Right? And many children, especially in the teens, might end up feeling quite entitled, like my parents owe this to me or I have to get this. But I think being able to, establish this equality in the relationship, right? And I think a lot of that is the permissions we've given our children, right? We allow them to question us, we allow them to challenge us, and so it's okay for us to challenge back. It's okay for us to question back in very, very sort of non-threatening ways, not putting down the child especially. What else have I learned? This kid has such a talent for music, and when I hear him play, and he plays multiple instruments, he has such a good ear for music. I always believe that's my gene, okay, that I've given to him. Having said which, I used to sing in school. We used to remember the Kannada choir
and walk like an Egyptian. Because even my elder son is into music and he plays multiple instruments as well.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yes. And I also tell him you got it from me. Actually, he got it from my mom.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So I am also reminded of how sometimes we, of course, there's pride in what we hand down, but sometimes I think we try to live out our own unfulfilled wishes or desires or ambitions through our children, and I just don't think that's fair to them.
I think what I focused on is giving my kids experiences and teaching them skills. I tell them learn any skill.
Yeah.
You know, skills never go waste.
Yeah.
And that could be multiple skills, and that makes you so much more
Adaptable.
Yeah.
Remember NCC?
We both have done almost a similar thing. We've done band, we've done NCC, we've
Hockey,
done
did you try hockey and throw ball and everything in
Throw ball,
school?
of course.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because I think that's something I find that we were a lot more adventurous and wanting to try out compared to the generation today. They're a lot more indoors, while we used to be a lot more outdoors. The more we expose ourselves to, the more skills we're building, and therefore the more resilient and adaptable we are in the big world.
So true, so true. Because when I take my kids out for, you know, when they have the birthdays, I said, I'm not going to give you any more gifts. I'm going to gift you experiences. So every birthday of theirs, at least twice a year, once a year for sure, we make sure that we go out for a holiday together.
Oh, lovely.
And that's the most beautiful experience.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
there's so much of bonding, there's so much of understanding, and your relationship grows.
Yeah, and age 15 to 20,
Yeah.
be their friends,
Yes.
right? So I think the babyhood is about really nurturing, pampering, indulging, and then the middle part of, you know, a child's life is teaching them. So it's upskilling, boundaries, values, ethics, you know, identity, all of that. And then in really, and this is so critical, and many of us forget to do that, but in their teenage years, if we can just be supportive, you know, we're there, but not intrusive. Yeah,
Let them find their own path.
Yeah, but we're not letting go.
Yes.
I think a lot of parents are scared with how teenagers can be rebellious, and that is the age for, you know, trying out, testing, pushing boundaries, understanding, you know, how do I sort of find my place in society, how do I fit in. It is by testing that they'll realize, right? And by taking rash or making risky choices. So I think it's so vital and critical that as parents we don't back off and let go at that moment. We're still there, but in a very, very light sort of, we're holding it but not crushing
So
the
with the
relationship.
support system wherever required, we need to just identify where.
Yeah, and let it be known, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. You know, you want to, you come and speak with me, you come and share with me.
And you are allowed to take risks as long as they're calculated, as long as you've evaluated.
Yes. And I think dialogue is so important,
Yeah.
G. I mean, the fact that we can sit with our children and have these conversations, right? Really engaging in dialogue about what does it mean to you? How come you were drawn to that? You know, so to have this curiosity about, rather than trying to control or domineer over them, you know. So how come you chose to do this? You know, you snuck the car out of the house late in the night, and what were you looking for? Yeah, do you do this often, or is it because your friends are doing it? So I think coming from a place of wanting to understand rather than correct.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm a better person today from this relationship with my child.
Same here. I totally am with you on this.
Yeah. Isn't motherhood just lovely?
I think it's the most beautiful feeling. I love being a mother.
I do too.